A small lake in the middle of the woods. Reminds me of where I once met Azura.
Oh, hello Corrin. What brings you out here?
I was looking for you. In fact, I apologize if I interrupted your singing.
It's no trouble. Is there something I can help you with today?
I actually wanted to talk with you about something I realized. I believe that you and I are in a unique position regarding Nor and Hoshido. I'm a prince of Hoshido who was raised in Nor, and you're a princess of Nor who was raised in Hoshido.
Ah, I see what you mean. I agree that we're pretty unique.
Because of this background, I believe we may have interesting views on the countries. I wanted to talk with you and compare what we each believe.
That is quite interesting.
We should start with Hoshido. From my perspective, it seems so warm and bright. The land is fertile, and it seems like no one is ever wanting for anything.
A valid observation. This bountifulness makes everyone amiable and respectful.
And yet they always have the threat of a Norian invasion hanging over them.
Indeed, which is quite unfair. Nor is always the aggressor, and without reason.
That does seem to be the case, but what if you consider the Norian side? Can you try to imagine how the people in Nor view Hoshido?
I suppose the carefree attitude of Hoshido might look like indifference to others. It could give people the impression that Hoshidans are very self-centered. As long as there is peace, the people in Hoshido seem uninterested in the world.
I haven't ever heard that opinion before, but I think it could have some merit. It could be one of the reasons that Nor dislikes Hoshido so much.
I'm glad to be able to look at this situation with a new perspective. I'm sure we'd benefit from continuing this conversation.
I agree, though we'll have to continue at another time. The day has only just started, and there is a lot to do. Until next time, Azura.
Hello Corrin, you've come calling again?
Indeed. I was hoping we could continue the conversation we were having the other day.
Of course. We were going to talk about Nor, were we not?
Yes, I spent most of my life in Nor, and I can safely say it was always gloomy. Besides the dark forest, there was very little plant life among the rocky terrain. From what I've read, most of the land is tundra and bad for farming.
I've always heard that the people of Nor are especially cold to outsiders. It's almost like the world they lived in has deeply influenced their mentalities.
You can dismiss that thinking though. I know many Norians who are kind-hearted. Just look at our allies from Nor if you want proof that that is a misconception.
Interesting. Like with Hoshido, if we look at Nor with a different perspective, we both learn a bit more. Nor has invaded other regions many times over the years. But talking about it now, it could be that their biggest motivation has been jealousy or feeling alienated. After all, anyone would get upset if they were often made to feel inferior.
And if that's how Hoshido made Nor feel, even accidentally, it's good to know. It doesn't excuse Norian actions, but it does help understand them.
And by understanding, we might be a step closer to bringing peace to the world, if we can find a way to ease the tensions that both nations feel.
First, we have to eliminate the evil that is getting in the way, but that's for another time. I think there are many things to do today.
You're right. I'd be glad to continue this conversation later. Hi Corrin, are you here to continue our chat from the other day?
Indeed I am. We've already covered Nor and Hoshido, so we should talk about—
No! Sorry. I mean, you know how it works. You can't say anything here. I can take us there through the lake, and then we can talk.
Oh, of course. What was I thinking?
We'll be there in just another few moments. And here we are. Easy enough.
It's still so strange to see this place. It's unlike anything in Hoshido or Nor.
Now that we're in Vala, we can safely talk about it. It is what you wanted to talk about, right?
Yes. I don't know why the curse slipped my mind.
You know, Corrin, it isn't really the kingdom of Vala that is a problem. The entire conflict is a result of the will of Anankos.
That's right. Anankos. the King of Vala. I was only able to find the occasional mention of him in ancient texts. Usually he was referred to as some sort of god, right?
Whether he is a demon or a god, I am not sure, but he possesses incredible power. I've heard a legend about how, long ago, a powerful entity gave humans great power. In return, he required their faithfulness. Though this alliance was meant to last for all time, the humans did not honor it. Over time, they discovered and acquired power from other sources. As they did this, they slowly abandoned the entity that had aided them. Insulted by this betrayal, the being went berserk.
And that being, it was Anankos?
There is no way to know for sure. Sadly, it would explain why he's out to destroy Norin Toshido, though.
What a sad story.
Indeed, but it also teaches us an important lesson, I think. We've talked about the conflict between Nor and Toshido. This story teaches us what can result from holding a grudge for too long.
I agree. We have to focus on what we can do to improve the world. It may mean that we sometimes have to fight, but it doesn't always have to. Anytime we can turn an enemy into an ally, we should at least try.
Indeed, but we've drifted up from our topic. We should head back. It's dangerous to be here by ourselves.
Very well.
Thanks for the conversation, Corrin. Time flies, and I feel like we grow a lot each time we talk.
I feel the same. I think we've discovered a special connection between us. I'll always cherish this special friendship.
Likewise. Until next time, Corrin, I will do the same. Looking forward to spending more time with you, Corrin.
I wonder if I'll find Azura by that lake again. Can't hurt to check. Is that a shadow over there? I think so. It must be her. Oh, I'm sorry.
What? Who's over there?
It's me. I'm sorry, Azura. I didn't realize that you'd be bathing.
Corrin? Could you turn around? I need to dress.
Of course. I'm sorry.
Okay, you can turn around.
I can't stop apologizing, Azura. I was coming here to talk to you, and I didn't see anything, I swear.
Nothing at all? I had a feeling someone was around for a bit before you spoke up.
Well, okay, maybe I saw your back, but only for a moment. You're a beautiful woman, Azura. I couldn't look away.
But peeping on someone who's bathing? That's just... I'm a bit upset, but I'll forgive you for this one time.
Thank you, Azura. I promise to be more aware and more careful. I wouldn't want to end up on your bad side. Especially now that, well...
Pardon me? You kind of trailed off there, Corrin.
I've been thinking, since we had our last conversation, talking about the major kingdoms, and the reasons for this war we fight, all the mysteries that surround things in the world just don't seem as important.
What are you talking about?
We could have been talking about the shade of the color of the sky. What was important was being able to spend that time with you.
Oh, Corrin. Honestly, I've been trying to find a way to tell you that I feel exactly the same.
What?
I also really enjoyed just talking with you all the time. I want to believe it was fate that you and I came together. Two people like us, with pasts so similar to each other. It could only have been meant to be.
I think so too.
Whatever happens in the world, I believe that you and I are tied together, and what binds us is stronger than all else.
I'll stay by your side, Azura. We can take on the entire world if we have to.
We'll always be together. I somehow feel that I've always loved you. Together, we will save this world. Please, never let me go.